Hi, my name is Josh Cohen. I'm the president of Cohen Financial Group. You're watching this video because you have been handpicked by me to join my team. In a moment, you'll see a short video presentation given by my friend Michael Owens going into detail of the available position and its requirements. At the end of the video, I encourage you to scroll down just a little bit on the webpage and schedule a phone interview with myself. Thank you, and I look forward to speaking with you soon.
Welcome everyone, Michael Owens here today. I will be your host and presenter. Let's see here, as we get started, there are a few things that I do want to speak to you about. The first thing is pretty simple, well, I'm not here to recruit you. It's not my job. My job is to see if that you're fit. Either myself or a member of my staff either knows you personally or your information has come across our desk and we think that you might be a fit in our organization. My role is simply today to see if that you are a fit within our organization. Second thing I want to tell you is this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Checks aren't magically going to appear in your mailbox. It requires work. The business that we're going to talk about is lucrative, but it still is work. The third thing I want to tell you as we get started here is we don't charge a, quote, joiner's fee, a $999 fee or anything to join. That's not our program. So if that's what you are looking for, we do apologize that we're not that. I am going to go over four items here today, and I'm going to introduce our crusade here to you. I'm going to talk to you about our strategy, our products, and our commitments. I'm going to talk to you about our history, our track record. I believe you can tell a lot where a company may be going by looking where they've been. If you think that you're a fit, then I'm looking for the next step, the Eagles. One of the things is that as we talk here today is I'm not going to be looking for everybody. I'm looking for the right people, if you will, not the wrong people. I'm not looking to, quote, sign people up. I'm looking to interview, select the right individuals. There's two real career paths here. The reasons why that we think that you're a fit. We either think that you may be a good fit within our personal production team, or that you may be able to possibly even lead a team into the management material. Those are one of the two reasons why you've been invited on this video here today. Now, getting into our crusade, here's the situation. Our crusade is Americans for the family. Our goal is to make sure that every American family is covered. That's really what our goal. Here's how our program works. A family contacts us because they have a need. They typically contact us because they're concerned that in case the major breadwinner of the house may die or become injured, they're concerned that they're not going to be able to keep a home. So they're contacting us because they are concerned. We show you how to present to that client, and we send you out there to take care of that client. You visit the client, the system is designed for a one-step close. You cover the family the first time you sit down with them. When you're talking about the coverage with the family, it works like this. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. Client, if you die, the house is paid for. If you become disabled, your mortgage payments are paid. If nothing happens to you, all the money you've given the insurance company is then returned back to you. It's called return of premium programs. So heads you win, tails you don't lose. So every dime you've given the insurance company, if you don't use the insurance, is given back to you. Mr. and Mrs. Client, it's like having your auto insurance for 10 years, not getting involved in an auto accident, and then they pay you your money back. That's how these programs work. Typically, on average, and I'm going to go over money here in a second so you understand exactly, but for each one of these cases, you'll make around $500. And again, I'll go over specifics of money here in a second, but for each case you place, you'll make around $500. Now, I could sit up here and name drop and tell you that we have the biggest this and the biggest that and the biggest this, and the truth of the matter is, the company names that we do work with are very impressive. But here's the deal. What was good 6 months ago is not good today. What is good today may not be good 6 months from now. So the products, the companies may change, but the similarities of the products of what we like, they don't. First one is that they offer a level death benefit, meaning they're not going to decrease. Something happens to them year 1 versus year 10, the amount's still the same thing. They may cover them in case of sickness, heart attack, stroke, cancer. They may be covered in case they become disabled, maybe laid up in bed for 18 months, can't work due to a back injury they received in an automobile accident. Return a premium, they have the option to give the money back. Here's a lot of a lot of clients love is that there are no medical exams. It's not saying that we don't care about their medical history. It's the fact that we don't need to poke on them and probe on them, make them pee in a cup just to get some coverage. From an agent's perspective, it's a quick issue. Average issue pay time, which means that time you submit to money in your bank account, is 5 to 7 days. Those are the similarities of the companies that we do business with. Like I said, I could sit up here and name drop, but the company's names are going to change. Now, it's not very often do folks start making commitments to you, let alone in any business relationship or in any personal relationship, this soon. But I have no problem making these commitments to you today because these are the same commitments we make to every single one of my agents on a daily basis, and every single one of my leaders on a daily basis. One is we're going to give you a sales system that works, a sales system that allows you to go inside the client's house and take care of their needs, pick up a check, and cover that family right the first time you sit down with them. Support and training. Support, it's a 24 hours a day, 7 days a week hotline for you to be able to call if you're in a client's house and can't get some help. Training. We will train you till you say stop. CDs, MP3s, DVDs. In person, on the phone, in class. However you want to get trained, we have the capability and technology to do such and are doing it currently. And our third commitment we have is people. People, you say, yeah, we've got the people that want the coverage. Let me explain how that works. We pay court reporters in every county throughout the United States. When an individual purchases or refinances on a home, when they get married, when they have a birth, those are all times they may be wanting to purchase coverage. So we market to those folks. See, here's what we know. Insurance companies are good at building products. They're terrible at marketing those products. So those people, that niche market, those select individuals, we send out a letter to them. The letter states this: hey, Bob, we noticed you refinanced there with Bank of America in the amount of $140,000. We offer a non-medical program that doesn't poke you, doesn't probe you, doesn't make you pee in a cup. If you're interested in this program, Bob, here's what we need you to do. And by the way, Bob, this program offers you death, disability, unemployment, and gives you money back in case nothing happens. Notice we didn't promise them a free toaster. Bob then has to put down his name, his spouse's name, his height, his spouse's height, his weight, his spouse's weight, his date of birth, his spouse's date of birth. And I always say, come on, ladies, we putting down height and weight on a form. We're pretty darn serious about something. Then we got to put down the fact whether they smoke or not, any major medical conditions, home phone number, work phone number, cell phone number, the best time to call them at, the best number to call them at. They then sign that document, fold it back up, and send it to us. Those are the folks we go sit down with. Here's our track record. Although our origins date back to the early 80s, we were founded in 2002. Since after that first year, we've grown 522%. We've put on the book $68 billion worth of insurance and over $13 billion just last year. Folks, I could tell you major insurance players that have been in business for darn near 135 years who have just put on $120 billion worth of insurance, and it took them 135 years. We put on $68 billion in a very short period of time and over $13 billion just last year. Our run rate is phenomenal. We are the biggest player in the industry. I'm not looking for everybody. I am looking for above average people. I'm looking for eagles, if you will. I told you there's two different categories: personal production and team leading. Let me tell you the good about personal production. Let me tell you about good about team leading. Personal production, you're self-employed. You say when you want to work. It will build your wealth. You do get to travel the beaches of the world. Over the last few months, I've had the opportunity to go to places like Puerto Rico, Atlantis. Just last year, I had the opportunity to go to Portugal and Greece. I've stayed in places like El Conquistador Resort, Bahamas. You will get to travel the beaches of the world, but let me be clear. It is a job. What do I mean by that? Self-employed individual, a dentist, if you will. If a dentist stops being a dentist, he stops making money. Underneath personal production, if you stop going out there and taking care of families, then the big money stops. Yes, there's residual incomes. Yes, there's all sorts of other little small incomes come in, but not the major money that you've been used to. Team leading. You're leading the personal producers. You're now a business owner. There is a difference between a self-employed individual and a business owner. A business owner can leave his business and 6 months later come back stronger than when he left it. A self-employed individual will lose his business in 6 months. It is no longer a job, it is your dream. You can handle this from the beaches of the world. You are no longer building your wealth, but you're building your family's wealth at this point. We're talking generational income. Told you I'd tell you about money, so let me tell you about money. I told you the average is around $500 per case. Well, to be exact, it's around $495, just so we're clear. Now again, that's an average. I realize that some of the folks I'm speaking to right now are in areas that aren't the Midwest. I realize that some of you guys are in areas that are elevated property values. I get that. You'll make more money. But I'd rather show you the numbers low and see if you like those, and I can always make you more. Average annualized premium is around $900. What does that mean? That means what the client is going to spend over a year period of time. Maybe that insures one individual. Maybe that insures the husband, wife, and 6 children. I don't know. But the average check that you're going to go inside and pick up in a client's house is in the neighborhood of $75. You're going to turn that over to the insurance company. The insurance company is going to underwrite it. 5 to 7 days later, they're willing to cut you a check for $495. If you did one of these on a weekly basis, you did $495 times 52 weeks of the year is $25,745. I believe that's part-time, not on any lead programs, not with anybody. That's just you talking to people at your church, at the grocery store. I think you can sell one of these a week. Now that didn't excite me too much, but here's what excited me. If I could do 2 of these, that's $51,000. 3, that's $77,000. 4, that's $102,000. 5, it's $128,000. 6, it's $154,000. You see, I averaged $154,000. Excuse me, I shouldn't say I averaged. I made $154,000 my first year in this business. How? I averaged 6 sales on a weekly basis. $150,000 first year in this business. Now, when we were founded founded upon 3 principles. Number 1 was integrity, where right was right and wrong was wrong. Let me give you an example. If I am 99.999% faithful to my spouse, I am 100% unfaithful. It's either all or nothing. If you don't have integrity, we're not looking for you. Number 2 is we want to be good for personal producers. We want to be able to have people to go out there and be able to support their family and make a good living. I just showed you how to make 6 figures on a good economy, bad economy. It doesn't make a difference. Folks, I've got people turning in 4, 8, 14, 22 applications on a weekly basis for the top producers. Of 22, obviously. Our 3rd principle is we wanted to be good for leaders. People that could lead these top personal producers. People could lead these people that are doing it part-time. We're looking for good leaders, and we wanted to be good for them. What do we mean good? We mean lucrative. So let's say that you were able to manage 4 people, lead 4 people. And I know, Michael, I've managed 50 people before. I get it. If you can manage 50, you'll do better. But let's just start off with 4, okay? Now, since you're more valuable to the insurance company, why are you more valuable? Because now they don't have to pay a corporate trainer to fly across the United States. They have you to be able to train the agents. So now instead of $495, they're willing to give you a higher amount. $675. Now just by your 1 sale you're doing a week, is $675 times 52 is $35,000. Over a 30% increase. Now, your team members, they go out there and make their 1 sale a week. They slide their $495 in our pocket. Remember, we saw that on the first slide. Now the insurance company takes the difference of the $495 and $675, it's $180. And they multiply that times 4. Why? Because you had 4 team members. So 180 times 4 is 720. 720 times 52 weeks is $37,000. Add that together with the $35,000, you're at $72,000. And that's you writing 1 sale a week. And your team writing 1 sale a week. Really part-time. Now, let's kick it up a notch. 5 sales per week. Remember, I averaged 6 my first year, and I never sold one of these products before in my life. And like I said, I've got people writing 8, 14, 22 applications on a weekly basis. But again, let's just use 5. So now that you can do 5 sales a week, each one of the 4 team members, they make $128,000 apiece. You're basically taking over $500,000 and split it amongst 4 people. Now, what's your income? Well, your number, since their number was 25,000 some times 5, your number is at 72,000 times 5, or $362,000. Just because the number got bigger doesn't mean that it's not real. You understood how 25,000 worked, and you could believe that number. Folks, this, like I told you, this business is very lucrative. But Michael, I can manage 8 people. Great, you'll make twice as much. Here's what we're looking for. Like I said, I'm not looking for everybody. I'm looking for winners, if you will. I'm looking for high-octane winners to join our team of Sales Eagles. You're going to get the best training in the business and the support of a super team. If you think you're the ideal candidate will be able to manage their own business within a business, exceed our high standards, and excel with our company. Folks, if you think you're a fit, I want to speak to you on a one-on-one basis. I want to answer any further questions that you have, and I've got some questions myself. From that, I'll develop my candidate pool and make my final selections. Schedule a one-on-one meeting time with me. Like I said, I'm sure you've got some questions, and I've got some questions for you. I'm not looking for everybody on my business team. I'm looking for the right people, not the wrong people. Folks, it's been a pleasure speaking with you today. I hope I've given you a lot of information over a short period of time.